Right, there we go. There we going. There we go. That should be me live on YouTube. Decided to split the streaming of this between YouTube and Twitch and just sort of see. I'm just kind of curious which one's going to do better. But I'm just kind of curious which one's going to do better. Yeah, audio is fine on YouTube. Right, last time we caught up with the Lock. He had been fired from the WWE for pushing Shawn Michaels into the ring steps. You know, that'll do it. You know, push your boss into the ring steps. We've all wanted to do it, but it will definitely get you fired. Now, Loki Magic, his return to his indie name, is going to find himself back on the independents. So let's talk to Tavish and see where we can go from here.
On my flight over here, I was thinking about how we met.
You couldn't stand me. Said I should quit wrestling and go back to where I came from.
Well, wasn't very helpful, was it?
I know that wasn't supposed to sound as bad as it came
You
across.
wrestled on some shows I was promoting, and you were impressive as hell.
But it did.
However, there was one thing.
Oh, it really did. Oh, that was unfortunate choice of
Bartender at the
words.
pub, you were constantly trying to set me up with her, but she was like 75.
No, not that. I mean, I always refused to do a British rules match. And by the way, Amelia passed away last year. God rest her soul.
Those matches are super restrictive. Way too many rules for my style.
Oh,
I like to
goddamn.
do my own thing.
And how's that working out for you? As a lesson to be
Oh,
learned
please
from
tell me I
working
have to do a
within
British rules
structure.
match.
Okay, Shawn Michaels. Look, I see what you're getting at, but I don't think you can relate to what happened to me in WWE.
Really? When I was in WCW, they asked me to wear a stupid robe and wig and be the stereotypical blue-blood British guy, and I refused. You know who they asked next? Triple H. He turned out okay, didn't he? Sometimes you have to learn how to play within the system.
And trust the process, right?
Not what I was going to say, but sure. What I learnt is, you can wear the wig for a bit, and then you can always take it off. At least, you gave it a fair shot. So what you say...
So this
we head over to the
story...
UK,
Oh, yes,
you
British
finally
rules
compete
match,
in a British
please.
rules match. Prove to me you're ready to wear the wig.
Okay, fine, I'll give it a shot. At least I won't have to deal with any more awkward situations at the pub.
Great. And by the way, Amelia's younger sister's the bartender now. I think you love her. Doesn't look a day over 72.
Let's go get our flights before you say anything else that changes my mind.
Club UK Arena. Okay. Leeds, England. I mean, Leeds is fine. It's not Birmingham. This is literally just the pub that was in 2K22, but with the British flag in the background, not the American flag.
How you feeling? Did you knock off that pesky jet lag?
Yeah, and I know British rules matches can be grueling, but I'm ready to give one a shot.
I hope you're ready to give more than one shot.
What do you mean?
This is actually a British rules tournament, as in
Tournament?
we compete
Who says it
in
like that?
multiple British rules matches.
Tournament.
I agreed to do one, not an entire tournament.
I know you wouldn't have come over here if you found out you had to do more than one, but here's the thing. If you don't get your act together, you'll lose in the first round, and you won't have to worry about any subsequent matches, will you?
I'm already regretting this.
Oi, suck it up! You're gonna be fine. And besides, the crowd is already here, so there's no backing out now.
Okay. Don't think there's anything I can do at the moment, so I guess we'll just continue the story.
Okay, Tavish isn't around. What'd you think of what he did to get you over here?
Not surprised at all. Tavish means well, but he'll lie his butt off if he thinks a situation calls for it.
Does the fact that this is a tournament change your approach?
Now that I'm here, I'm not going to take
Yeah, I've decided to put him in different clothes to
reflect
reflect the fact that he's not in WWE anymore. I've changed his name back to Loki Magic since he's not going to realistically take the Lock gimmick with him.
This is awkward, but
I'll change him back to the Lock, I assume, when he gets back to the WWE, because this whole story is probably about him learning to accept the WWE
system. It's been around
system.
Forever here in the UK. The matches are 2 out of 3 falls, and there's no leaving the ring or top rope moves allowed. Got all that?
Yeah. Definitely.
Bottom line, it's going to be very tough to win this tournament, especially since it's all taking place in one night. Nonetheless, I'm just happy to be out of the WWE bubble, and no matter how it goes, I look forward to getting out there and being myself.
Yeah, I'm assuming once he finds his way back to the WWE, he will accept his... This is a really cool arena. I wish there's actually a venue like that actually ran in the UK, because I would kill to be on a show like that. That's really cool. That's what cheesy characters 2K have come up with for these scenes. Again, it'd be nice if they actually took my created wrestlers and put them in these matches, considering the fact that they're non-talking roles, so it doesn't really matter. Or, you know, since this is set in the UK, find some actual British wrestlers and get them to agree to appear in the game. Would be nice, I'm not going to lie. Even just in my eyes. Let's see, defeat Adrian Buck, 2 out of 3 falls under British rules. But British rules isn't just 2 out of 3 falls, there's rounds and everything. They just put a 2 out of 3 falls match in here and said it's British rules. Makes sense, there's no commentary. But you know, they do this every year. They find a reason to put your character in a non-WWE environment. It was really cool when they first did it, but it's like every game now. So the AI doesn't even know the rules. He keeps trying to throw me over the top rope. Which I'm not going to lie, is kind of funny. Keep doing the same move over and over again here. Does just run into his finisher. Their signature. Reverse his finisher though. Oh, he reversed me. Just realised he did. I thought for a second I'd hit the move then. I was wondering why I didn't go for the cover. Give me that finisher. Yeah, he's in the ropes. Like, very clearly in the ropes. I hope it's not a very long tournament. Still haven't got any upgrade points.
Look who wore the wig. And you're gonna get to wear it some more.
It wasn't bad, I guess. Actually, kind of fun.
Well, your next opponent is gonna be tougher. But the important part is that you're learning to get outside your comfort zone. And if you manage to win the match, even better.
You have any kind of scouting report on this next guy?
Oh, no, I didn't catch his last match. Some fans bought me a pint. Nice blokes.
So how did you know he's tougher then?
Made it up. Seemed like a coach thing to say. Anyway, I'm headed back for another free round. Good luck.
Many of Tavish's wrestling highlights were lost when WCW shut down, but WCW's footage is on the WWE Network. Are we meant to believe that in this universe, all the footage for WCW just disappeared? WWE also acknowledges WCW accomplishments as well. Defeat Trent Shaw in a 2 out of 3 falls British rules match. Trent Shaw seems like it's going to be a bit harder. A poison rana from someone that size? What? Really? And now, of course, yeah, the Shining Wizard, why not? And a running basement dropkick. Why not? Sure, yes. That is. He literally moved in fucking. He moved the laws of physics around just to be able to do that move because he literally moved across in midair. Why make the dude who's that big work like that? I know there's like some pretty agile big dudes in the wrestling business, but that big? Like that agile? I'm pretty agile in the ring for a big dude, but I'm not that agile. Like, I'm realistically agile. I can do the high flying stuff, but I'm not doing, you know, springboard cutters and fucking poison ranas. I'm doing, you'll catch me doing a fucking cannonball off the top rope or something. I'll do a cannonball off the top rope. You won't catch me doing a poison rana. And even then, I only bust out the cannonball. I've only done it like 3 or 4 times in 10 years. I do it very rarely. Fucking Poison Rana had me, man. He just sent me. Why not try and get the second fall straight? Oh, damn. That's why I shouldn't try and get the second fall straight away. I might let him get the second fall. Nah. I'm assuming the next one's the last match of the tournament, if I've worked it out right. Eight, then 4, then 2. Yep. Unless it's a 16-person tournament. I'm assuming it's 8, though. Most tournaments are 8. Is Tavish my opponent?
Ha! Another win! Way to go!
Thanks, but why are you wearing your old wrestling attire? Let me guess. The fans at the bar wanted pictures with you in it.
No, but it's not a bad idea. Could make some extra bread. Anyway, it turns out the bloke you were supposed to face got hurt in his last match and can't compete in the finals. So, yours truly volunteered to fill in.
Seriously.
Well, we couldn't send the fans home without a tournament winner now, could we?
Stop saying tournament.
Some of them are my mates now. Jimmy's getting married next month, and he asked me to perform the ceremony.
Congrats.
So what do you say? You versus me, British rules. May the best fully rested, slightly buzzed man win.
All right. Let's do this.
Defeat Tavish 2 out of 3 falls in under British rules. I was hoping the reversal would work then, like goading him into a running attack while I'm in the corner. And then reverse him, he hits the corner. It don't matter if I give up a fall to him anyway. He's got to beat me twice. Considering the fact that it literally says defeat Tavish, I'm assuming that if I lose, I have to replay the match again. So I'm not going to lie, I don't especially want to do. I've got a show tomorrow as well, so I'm looking forward to that. No. I pressed square instead of circle. Don't know why I did that. Press square instead of circle. Not good. Oh my god, he kicked out from our finisher. He's got to have resiliency. Cheeky bastard. Unless by defeat Tavish it means, you know, try and defeat Tavish, but it's secretly going to screw me out the match. He does seem to be kicking out a lot of stuff that probably would have pinned anybody else, so I am wondering if... if I'm even meant to give up any force. If he's even meant to give up any force to me. The answer to that is yes, he is. I'm not going to go for my finisher straight away. I'm enjoying this match. I don't mind giving up a fall to him. He's going to have to work for it, though. Oh, I thought I was going to actually hit it then. Okay, that was his finisher. Ah, resiliency, bitch. Two can play with that. Two can play that game. That was a good match. Is he going to jump me? Nice. Drew McIntyre. Just Tom. See what Tom wants.
Hey, I'm actually happy to run into you. WWE's having me cut together a greatest WWE Rise and Falls video package featuring you, which I kind of feel bad about. I've got all your footage from your so-called fall, but if you get Kat to get some shots of you dominating your next match, I can try and make it into a Rise and Fall and Rise package.
Yeah, why not? Ah, okay, this is that venue in Mexico that you had to wrestle in 2K22. Nacho Libre's cousin. Okay, we're in for a WWE. We're in for an Undertaker style entrance then. I'll see you all in 2 hours. That took a while. Oh, okay, it's a triple threat match, isn't it? Oh yeah, he was in the last game too. Can't remember what it was called. You know what, I will say this though, the 2K My Rise universe is fully fleshed out. There are like returning characters every year. It's not like it's like, you know, these wrestlers just sort of retire and the game's over and done with. I gotta give them credit for that. They do flesh out their universe. Attempt to win the match. I don't like the word attempt in there. Double team him. What are you doing? Also, can I just say there is no way WWE would allow footage from some Mexican promotion to make somebody who damaged Shawn Michaels on Raw to look good. Like, not a chance. El Mago Jr., that's it. El Ordinario. I had a feeling that this guy gave us serious El Generico vibes. I thought that during his entrance, but El Ordinario really sums up what they're doing there. Unless by attempt to win the match, it means, like, I can lose if I really want to. Like, that losing is an option. Thinking about it, that's probably what it means. And so Drew McIntyre went to the airport as well. Before I continue with the actual story. Rise or fall or rise. Where's Drew? There he is. I've also got upgrade points that I need to use.
Well, if it isn't the most controversial man in wrestling. You're not following me now, are ya?
I could say the same to you. Shouldn't your boot be making contact with someone's face right about now?
Claymore's taking a little break to recharge. I'm heading home for a few weeks to see my family.
I'm actually heading the same way.
Hardly with the similarities between us end. I respect you're doing things on your own terms. I've been there. But if you want to be the top dog, you're gonna have to come back to WWE to face the best. Are you ready?
The better question, is WWE ready for me?
I knew I liked you, mate. You said you're heading my way. How about a sparring session when we get there? I'm sure we could both learn a thing or two from each other.
Count me in.
Sure, why not?
British rules? I want to give you a fighting chance.
British rules? No problem. That's just my kind of match.
Sparring session with Drew McIntyre sounds fun. What venue is it going to be in there? Surely Drew McIntyre would not be wrestling on an indie event. Is it the London Performance Centre? A bit far from where he lives. Attempt to defeat Drew McIntyre in a British Rules match. Crowd taunts in a venue with no crowd is hilarious. Damn. Yeah, he's reversing this.
Break that hold now.
Ah, that would have been a nice clean pin if that had worked.
One.
For a sparring session, these guys are going hard, man. One count after the Claymore. Okay. Resiliency. I forgot that was a thing. I'm just giving him momentum here every time I go for the pin. I don't know why he didn't just go for the cover then with that power bomb. See, it says attempt to defeat Drew McIntyre, so I can actually lose this, and it doesn't really make much of a difference. I had to use my resiliency then, though. Ah! I was hoping it was going to be the schoolboy. I was hoping he was going to be facing away from me long enough for it to be that. I really want him to catch me with a Claymore. Nope. I don't know why they both sound like old men when they're selling. I was about to get the pin off a couple of stomps, and that just felt wrong.
Ring that bell. Yeah.
These guys are going way too hard for a sparring match, which is basically just training. He's got 2 finishes right now. 3 finishes. I'm losing this, aren't I? I can't even reverse this. Because I'm stunned. Just gotta hope that I can actually kick out. I'm not going to, by the way.
1, 2. That's 3. Let me hear the bell.
I feel like I'm going to lose this match. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I saw square and hit circle. It's the opposite of what happened last time. Let's see if I can time this right and reverse it. If not, I'm losing. Yes! Ah!
Break it, break it.
Oh, you prick.
One, two.
For a training match, though.
One, two. That's it. It's over. Hit the bell.
I'm not gonna lie. That was fucking epic. That was an epic match. That was like insane. I've 31 upgrade points. I need to use those. Bring some points into resilience. Might as well do aerial and run in. That's all I can upgrade for now. Story progress. The Apex tournament. Adam Pearce.
Hey, I've noticed you've been making quite a name for yourself out there. As someone who came up outside of WWE, I respect the hustle. And if you're trying to get attention, might want to consider spicing up your matches. In fact,
are you on vacation from WWE too? Oops. Sorry, awkward. Totally forgot. Wait, are you traveling to make it?
Face Joaquin Wilde at LAW. attempt to win the match. I don't even have to win the match. Which makes sense. These are all optional stories. Try and do your flippy shit now. I mean, realistically, I should lose this because there's no way WWE would let one of their talents wrestle at an indie show and lose to not just an indie wrestler, but an indie wrestler that got fired. Especially when that firing involved, you know, the injuring of Shawn Michaels. However, oh, I was getting all cocky then and say however and then end up winning the match. Let's have a look at story progress. Carry on my wayward suitcase. Uncaged Indies. What's Robin Ray offering?
There's an indie wrestler who works airport security as his day job. He keeps randomly checking my luggage because he thinks he can annoy me into using my connections to get him a high-profile match. Problem is, he's...
Defeat the menace airport security. Oh, you know what? I'll do Adam Pearce's. Steel cage match sounds fun.
I've noticed you've been making quite a name for yourself out there. As someone who...
BCW. Cage matches are fun. I've been in 2 of them. The fuck is that? Is that the airport baggage? It looks like someone who works as like it's an airport baggage handler. I should know I've done that job. This is every person I've ever worked with. Attempt to win by pinfall or submission, not escape. Why is he wrestling with the headphones on? Kyle Slickman. He's wrestling with his chain, his glasses, his headphones. Not a smart plan, Kyle Slickman. I'm really not getting a lot of momentum with this. That taunt takes way too long. Yeah, I've decided I don't like that there's no commentary for any of these indie shows. Like, indie shows have commentary. Some of them do. When I saw it as BCW, I was half convinced it was going to be Baron Blade I was fighting. Let's knock this dude out now. Music's funky. They were certainly impressed. Let's have a look. Bless is right, raise your hand if you think Dominic Mysterio will never have to pay his dues like Loki Magic. He's paying his dues, yeah. Dom works harder than anyone in the business. Check your facts. Meant no disrespect for Mysterio, just calling him shortcuts when I see them. Blah blah. Gonna be the biggest BC. Oh, what? Indie cred. Ooh, looks like I've set up a story. I saw an exclamation mark next to Dominic Mysterio's tweet, and I wanted to see what happened. I guess it sets up a story. Some arresting Dominic Mysterio. Is he in the crowd? I didn't see him in the crowd. Well, that's not Dominic Mysterio's music. It's like Cole Quinn. He really didn't get far, did he, after his WWE tryout in 2K19? Again, I like the fleshing out of the 2K universe. It just would be nice to see my created wrestlers like picked up by the my Rise to just put them in these like no-name matches. Oh, it's a tag match. I'm assuming against the Mysterios. Yeah, there's not a chance WWE would just allow their talent to just go to an indie show like this to face Again, someone they fired. Oh, it's a tornado tag. This says attempt to win, so if Mysterio pins Cole Quinn, we lose. Like, it's not the end of the world. There's no way they're pinning me. I'm unpinnable in this mode, apparently. Oh, it's actually no DQ. Alright then. Seems like it'll be a bit fun. Dickhead left me in the tree of woe. Yeah, no chance an indie promotion would let you build a ladder bridge. No frickin' actually, to be fair, I've been there on a show where they've done that. And the table's under there. Oh, okay, Dominic's already built the ladder bridge. Ah, damn. I was setting something up. I wanted to jump off the ladder and through a table. Oh well. Oh well. I weren't too invested in that one. Oh, okay. The storyline's continuing. And I'm sure he said it was an ODQ match as well. Wait, it's another tag team match. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't recognize Dominic Mysterio's entrance theme. There's no ladders or tables in this. I'll bring out Kenosi. You saw my signature and finisher off me? Ah, he reversed it. There we go. He ain't kicking out of that. That was a decent match, to be fair. Some attributes to boost my stats with. Defense I'll raise a little bit. That's fine. That was the first. I can now say a fan has asked me for an autograph while using an airport urinal. Weird. Also weird that you're DMing me on your phone. It's got cameras on both sides. Jeez. Both sides. People just have no shame anymore. Can't believe you're not stoked about still getting asked for autographs. Must have been a big WCW fan. Huge. He even knew about my greatest unaired match in WCW history when I faced Triple H's French aristocrat persona, Jean-Paul Levesque. I guess it's floating around on some bootleg tapes. Can you imagine that? No way, not 1,000 years old. Oh, Jean-Paul Levesque. Now that's an unlock.
He's as tough and technically sound as they come, Tash.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Leeds, England, weighing in at 238 pounds, Tavish.
The tension building for this match is so thick you can cut it with a knife. A lot of drama involved with this one.
I don't know what it's Michael Cole on commentary.
An absolute vision in his OG threads. Give that arthritis heck, mate.
Like, they're better off just leaving it no commentary. This was not Jean-Paul Levesque's theme.
And his opponent from Paris, France, weighing in at 260 pounds, Jean-Paul Levesque.
Much has been made of Jean-Paul Levesque's wardrobe, but don't let his garments distract you from his skill.
He's a wolf in expensive sheepskin, Cole, no doubt about it. Hope his opponent's hungry because Jean-Paul Levesque is serving more than souffle and croissants tonight.
Also, Tavish looks like ancient here. So how old is he? I'm going to assume this isn't actually the match. It's just how my characters remember in the match, which will explain the weird commentary and the fact that Tavish still looks about 60. Oh yeah, imagine Tavish defeating Jean-Paul Levesque. There we go. So this isn't actually the match, it's just my character's imagination.
He's able to fight Tavish off. Levesque issuing a reminder of his utter superiority. Blackjack. Gosh, landing face first.
Looking worse for wear in the corner now. Oh, he knew what was coming.
Measured up nicely. Fist drop.
Bit like in one of the, I think it was 2K23, must have been. Your character imagines having a match with Andre the Giant.
Countered it just in time.
Looking to steal one here. Trying to seal the deal.
Retaliation from Jean-Paul.
Back elbow completely cuts them off. Lift up. Great power.
Inverted suplex.
Yes, he didn't come here to watch him boast in time.
He catches Levesque with a big counter.
Running knee. Cover. Shoulders are down.
And he easily stops the ref's count.
I didn't think this match was close to over.
If the last match I had with Tavish was anything to go by, he's probably got resiliency for if I need it.
Some good hits. Great reversal.
He was elusive there.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch.
Wrenching the arm. Driven all the way down for a European arm breaker.
The fire's been lit inside of Tavish.
There's incredible impact with every maneuver Tavish delivers. Fended off into a backbreaker. Time now to get his energy up and claw back into the fight. Counters that with an arm drag.
And shoulders are down.
Two. A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but this is still anybody's fight. And Tavish setting up.
He's reversing it. No.
On Dream Street.
Ah, it's foot into the ropes.
Makes the cover.
He breaks the ref's count before two.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take. Suplex. Lights out.
He's starting to struggle here.
Not a bad place to be in, but the longer this
I don't think WCW fans back in what would have been probably 1992 would be chanting "Fight Forever."
This is a great way to wear down your opponent. I have no idea.
I don't think that was a chant before 2016. At least if it was, I'd never heard it.
There it
Oh, that's an interesting counter.
And there's a takedown.
And Tavish has earned the upper hand here.
There's incredible impact with every maneuver Tavish delivers.
Setting foot in the ring now. Crossed by the neck. Seated drop kick.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
Reversal. Can they go on the attack? Pulled in for a belly to belly. Tavish saw it coming.
Oh, that was the counter. I thought I'd messed up on the counter. That was an interesting, like, sequence.
Looking for a little bit of high risk here, it seems.
He's lining him up.
Watch out. That one fails to land. Misses the mark. And well-timed maneuver.
This is actually an insanely good match.
That's not right, but effective.
Straight to the knee.
Single arm back body drop. That takes power. Oh, knee drop. Is it enough? He wasted no time kicking out there.
Better hold off on the victory parade.
Drop kick hits hard, lands harder. From the top. You gotta be kidding me.
Just crashing down with high impact.
And he gets delivered back into the ring. He's trying again.
Tavish just might have finished things. Shoulders down.
I thought his foot was going to be under the ropes again then.
Victory, a win.
Here is your winner, Tavish.
And the celebration's underway.
Major setback here tonight for the up-and-coming Jean-Paul Levesque.
I have a funny feeling he'll be just fine in the long run.
I'm going to talk to Tavish.
Heck of a match, right? How did it turn out?
It took you having the performance of your lifetime, but you got the W.
Damn right I did. It's all got me thinking. What if you and I had tagged together against Jean-Paul Levesque?
Oh,
and another
okay, so I've got to
legendary
imagine a tag team
superstar like
match now.
British Bulldog. Can you imagine what we could have done together?
I can certainly try to.
Okay, looks like I'm imagining. Yep. Tag team match against Jean-Paul Levesque and the British Bulldog, I assume.
The WWE Universe on their feet.
WWE Universe.
The following is a
I get this
tag
is all
team
Loki
match
Magic's
set for one
imagination, but still.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 503 pounds, the Mastodon Loki Magic and Tavish.
Take a look at this team, completely on the same page. Such incredible teamwork they've shown. I can't wait to see them compete.
Jean Paul Levesque and the British Bulldog.
It's the brawny blue blood, Jean Paul Levesque.
And their opponents, first from Paris, France, weighing in at 260 pounds, Jean Paul Levesque.
Jean Paul Levesque is looking to add yet another win to the ruling class's resume tonight.
No wins in the fashion column, though.
Class and sophistication and tons of in-ring talent.
I agree. Quite the pedigree for Levesque.
Yeah, I see what they did there. Quite the pedigree, eh? For the future Triple H.
One of the most powerful superstars in history.
And from Manchester, England, weighing in at 260 pounds, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
The British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, began his career as a tag team competitor, but since has evolved into a main event single star on his own. A lot of bark, but even more bite from the British Bulldog.
He has an amazing physique, tremendous strength and power, but he's very agile as well.
You're absolutely right. The British Bulldog has so many tools at his disposal.
Okay, his cloak's going through his face. That was definitely a cursed sight.
Welcome back to WCW, everyone, for what can only be described as a dream match between the unlikeliest of tag team mega talents.
On one side of the action, we've got Jean Paul Levesque.
Just as imagine teaming up with Tavish, and assume I don't need to imagine us. I don't need to imagine us winning. We will, but
who I can't seem to place. Also, why are we calling it a WCW match? Well, what's happening? Don't overthink it, Saxton. Embrace the chaos.
okay. I like the fact they at least acknowledged it. Why are we calling it a WCW match? Don't overthink it.
He can end it here. A kick out before the referee can get to one.
I can't believe the ref didn't get two here.
Placed in the corner.
Here's a tag. Opponent off the ropes. Big back body drop. Teamwork making the dream work right here with that display.
Producing a trampling. Knee drop right on target. That could be it. Shoulders up.
He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet.
Oh, timely counter by Tavish.
Combination of shots there. Heavy knee strike. It was brutal. Knee strike. Grabbing a hold of the arm.
Oh, drop. And Davey Boy can't stop any offense coming his way.
Yeah, Davey Boy's having trouble fighting back. Ooh.
So that's Snapmare over the ropes into the ring. I like that.
Mix of pure power and intentions. Goodness, inverted suplex. To the back.
Gotta find a way to get out of this.
They say everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window. Another one.
The British Bulldog playing it up for the crowd right now. He gets the shoulder up and
At least Jean-Paul Levesque takes forever to get in the ring. Hold on. About to get reversed here by the British Bulldog.
And he's able to fight Tavish off.
Caught with a clothesline.
He's got him.
Into the cover.
Breaks the close count.
Double axe handle.
That would have been a nice finish. Like you reversing Bulldog and then me rolling him up.
Put an end to this. Snap power driver. He went right into that turnbuckle.
Able to get the advantage here.
Running knee.
Tag made. Tag made.
This is just brute power. German! Just pure dominance. Shoulder tackle. Double leg takedown. Step through looking for a submission here. Legs are locked up. Uh-oh. Face first. I think we know what's coming next.
Yeah, Bulldog's getting up on the outside now.
Thanks for coming. Ron Paul's on Dream Street. There's two. No, he beats
Ah, kicked out.
almost all over. Almost a 3 count.
That was the one shot that got robbed at the fence. Strong takedown there.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there. Oh, it is aggression, just pure brutality. Come on, easy. Unleashed might and force.
He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
He saw that one coming. Nice takedown, stack for the pin.
Good officiating there. Referee seeing him the ropes and breaking the count.
Oh, Levesque avoids contact.
Face buster plants him. And that's the tag to British Bulldog. And tag. He's in now.
Finally.
The fuck happened there? I just sort of went down onto my knees.
It's over. Whoa, what a save. That should have been 3. Tavish saw it coming.
Arm wringer applied. Down for a European arm breaker.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
This is what you call high risk, high reward.
High risk. Drop from the top. For the win.
How can that be fair?
Come on, ref. Keep these guys in check. Double leg takedown. Got the shoulders down.
He breaks the ref's count after 1.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Put into the corner now.
Uppercut connects.
The close of this match is just ahead.
Yeah, this match has not been kind. Once more, setting it up. Tavish ending this fight right there.
Try and end it. And they're still in this. And a well-executed move we just saw there. And he's able to fight Tavish off. British Bulldog But will he get some bite in return? Swinging neckbreaker. Shoulders down. He keeps his team in the match.
Might have been a 3 if the referee didn't stand there like an idiot, just staring out into space going, while I was going for the pin.
He's channeling the crowd's energy.
Nice takedown. Oh, what a bridge.
And sneaks out a win there. Incredible.
Here are your winners, the Mastodon, Loki, Magic, and Tavish.
And a big-time victory for this tag team here tonight.
This right pairing can certainly do wonders, and make no mistake, this was a wonderful performance tonight.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that one. I'm just going to carry on with the actual story.
Chosen, what are you doing here?
The VIP lounge was closed. Broken pipe or something. I can't believe I have to wait down here with everyone.
Sorry to hear about your lounge issue, but I meant, what are you doing here at the airport?
Oh, I've been on the road promoting Pro Wrestling Japan's upcoming Apex tournament. It's going to be the biggest one ever. For the first time, it's going to include WWE superstars who previously competed in Japan. And me, of course.
Interesting. You know, I'm on a bit of a comeback tour myself, and I'm a former WWE superstar who previously competed in Japan. Are there any spots left in the tournament?
You're still wrestling? I thought you walked here at the airport now. I was going to see if you could get that pipe fixed for me. You look like a plumber.
This guy's an asshole. I want to punch him in the face.
I'd love to get in the tournament if you can pull some strings.
There is one spot left. I can get you in a qualifying match if you do something for me first.
This better not be about the broken pipe.
I need you to say Chosen is the greatest wrestler in the world. Even better than the so-called Lock. Do that, and you will have the last spot in the Apex tournament.
This guy's ego is bigger than Japan itself.
My desire to be in this tournament slightly outweighs my pride and dignity. I'll do it.
Great. Whenever you're ready.
Chosen is the greatest wrestler in the world. He is better than I ever was or ever will be.
Say something else. And act like you mean it.
Oh my God, I want to punch
Every
this
wrestler
guy.
on the planet should retire immediately because no one will ever compare to Chosen. We good now?
Almost. Explain what will happen if you face Chosen in the Apex tournament. You know, just for my own self-confidence.
Okay. If I'm unlucky enough to face Chosen, he will easily defeat me in mere seconds. Again, Chosen is the best. Okay, I'm done.
Great! My social account's been on fire lately. But this is going to put it over the top. My fans, the Chosen ones, are going to love hearing you say all that.
What do you mean?
Oh, that wasn't just for my self-confidence. I recorded what you said on my phone so I could post it. The entire world needs to hear you say Chosen is the greatest.
You're actually the worst.
Sorry, I already stopped recording. Can't take back what you said. Good luck in the qualifying match. Don't blow it.
Arena Japan Dome, Japan Hall, Shinsuke jacket. Okay. Oh, okay. El Ordinario or El Ordinarido or so whatever it's called. The dude with the very long entrance. His entrance is long enough as it is, man. El Ordinario, that's it. Come on, let's see if we can make him tap out to a bear hug. Nah, he's going to reverse this. Oh, come on now. Yeah, screw you.
The
So I'm in the
Apex tournament is
tournament then.
finally here. How are you feeling?
A bit jet-lagged from the flight, but I'm sure once the bell rings, the adrenaline will take over and I'll be fine.
Why is this
Oh shit.
This is a high-profile event where a successful showing would go a long way to rebuild my image. And of course, I wouldn't mind beating a few current WWE superstars in the process.
Got it. So this is the part where you explain the format of the tournament.
You really need to start doing your research. The tournament's participants are split into 2 groups. Each group's wrestlers face off in round-robin singles matches. Wins are worth 2 points, draws 1, and losses 0. The winners of the 2 groups face each other at the Japan Dome to determine the tournament champion.
And that's a big deal?
Yes. I've competed there a handful of times earlier in my career, but only in opening matches. The final of the Apex tournament will be the main event at the Dome. So yeah, I'd say that's a big deal.
Okay. Seems like it's going to be a very long story. So, current WWE superstars that wrestled in Japan. Got Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn. Trying to think who else. No, it's this guy. The main antagonist of 2K22, and I've forgotten his name. Paragon J. Pierce, that's it. It would be interesting if they took my save data from 2K22 and had my Rise character from that game show up in this. He wrestled in Japan. Oh, damn. Ah! Why did he roll him up towards the ropes for a schoolboy? If he just rolled him straight back, he wouldn't have been in the ropes. Dickhead. I don't know what's with this game though, and thinking that like independent promotions don't even have a ring announcer. If you want your name said while coming to the ring, you have to work for the WWE. It's clearly how it works. Let's see. With Finn Balor. Oh, that's put a different spin on what Tavish said. What, 13 points. Yeah, I might as well raise my running and aerial attack a little bit.
I saw you won your first match too.
Obviously. But I'm not here to talk about the tournament. I have some feedback on the video you did for me.
You mean the video you recorded without my knowledge where you tricked me into saying all those lies about you?
Yes, that's the one. After listening back to it, your performance was lackluster and uninspiring. I didn't believe anything you were saying.
That's because I didn't believe it either. You're not better than me. And if I get the chance to face you, I'll prove that.
Sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. The video still put up big numbers. After the edit, of course.
I watched it, and the fart sound effects you added were a bit much. Can you delete it now?
And then you would pay me the lost ad revenue? Don't think so. Besides, I want it right from when I do a follow-up video after I win the tournament. It's all part of my plan to build my following even bigger and conquer the wrestling world.
That's my goal too. Minus the lame social media content.
I've seen your feed. That is lame. Anyway, only one of us can get to the top. And Rock already had his chance. It's my time now.
We'll see.
And Tavish just travelled to Japan too.
You're off to a good start so far. It's going to be a tough few weeks to get to the end of this tournament and come out on top.
Why is it saying tournament? Who says it
Any
like that?
advice on how to survive?
You showed you could tough it out in the British rules tournament. So, do more of that?
Thanks, I guess.
There is one way you could get some extra rest, but it would go against tradition. Typically, you participate in tag matches on tournament off nights, but you could skip them. So, you want to earn the respect of the Japanese fans and show them you have fighting spirit? Or tell PWJ and the fans to shove it and rest up?
Oh, damn.
My health and chances of winning the tournament are way more important than any tradition or making the fans happy. So I'm going to rest up and skip the tag matches.
Tag matches aren't great in this game as well,
See where
so...
you're coming from, but be prepared for some backlash. Actually, I think I'm going to change hotels. Will be good for us to have some space.
This was his idea, and now he's like leaving me high and dry. Dick. Ah, it's Kurtzawa. defeated Akira Tozawa in the Apex tournament match. Yeah, I'm just squashing Tozawa here. This means Tozawa actually won his first match. Good for him. Oh damn, he stole my signature.
If I'm understanding the tournament format correctly, we're nearing the end of the round-robin portion, and after a draw against Ricochet, you're now 1 point behind Finn Balor, headed into your final group match, which happens to be against Balor.
That's right. So
Right,
if
so
I
there's a
want
match
to win
against
the group
Ricochet
to get to
that
the
I
finals and main
competing
event,
to
the
play.
Japan Dome, I need to beat Finn. A loss or another draw, and I'm headed home empty-handed.
Well, hopefully you've at least picked up some cool souvenirs while you're here, so it wouldn't be completely empty-handed.
The only souvenir I care about is the Apex Tournament trophy. But to earn that, first I need to beat Finn, which will be no easy task. He's a top WWE superstar, so I'm sure he'll have some extra motivation to not be upstaged by me.
If you beat Finn, it's looking like Chosen is a lock. Sorry, it's looking like Chosen's going to win Group B, so you'd face him in the finals.
I'm not surprised. Chosen's arrogant, but he can back it up. But if I look past Finn, there will be no finals. So that's my sole focus right now.
They could have at least let me play the match with Ricochet with like a scripted finish where I'd need to get like a double count out or something. Or Get to a certain point in the match, we see a cutscene play out, which ends in a double count out or a double DQ or something. Or a time limit draw. I also very famously forgot Finn Balor and AJ Styles when I was talking about WWE wrestlers that wrestled in Japan. And an important Apex tournament win over Finn Balor. I'm not going to go for my signature just because I've got it. Oh, this will be a pretty decent match. So I'm going to have a bit of leeway when it comes to my reversals and that. Weird that he's going for the cover after that. And not going for the coup de grace. I mean, now he's going for the coup de grace. Which is the reason why I kept my resiliency. Although now I need to get all my my finisher in that back up. Also, Finn might have resiliency, which I didn't think about. So even if I hit this, there's still no guarantee I'm going to win. There we go. Show W there is top talent outside of their walls. Tired take, and speaking of tired, I'm flying back to my mansion to get some deserved rest. Have fun beating each other up, Loki, Magic, and the Chosen.
I'm working on my victory post for after I win the tournament final. Do you think 50 fire emojis is too much? Or will it really drive home the point that I'm on fire?
You ever
This guy's
hear
an
the
asshole. I want to
expression,
punch him
"Don't
in the
count your
face."
chickens before they hatch"?
No. Why would I not want to count my chickens? How else would I know how many I have? That is dumb.
Whatever. Point is, let's see how the match turns out before you start celebrating.
I already know how it's going to turn out. I went undefeated in the group stage while you had to win your last match just to barely clinch your spot in the finals. So, I have way more chickens than you.
You're really not getting that.
Also, your old friend Shawn Michaels sent me a DM that he'll be watching our match. Probably wants me to be his next Rock.
So this is how I get back
Piece of advice.
in the
Don't
WWE
get
then.
involved with Shawn. Unless you want to lose all semblance of your identity. Actually, I wouldn't mind that. They couldn't possibly make you more annoying than you already are.
I'm still hung up on this chickens thing. Does Shawn Michaels count his chickens? I'll ask him after I beat you.
Entire wrestling world will be watching the finals. Let's to see how far you've come. So no pressure. You got this, and even if you don't, well, you're on the right track. Oh damn, big time. They don't even have ring announcers for their big dome shows. An attempt to win the Apex tournament. So there's not actually a requirement then for me to advance the story to actually win. I want to win though. I want to put the Chosen in this place. He seems like an asshole. Oh, damn. I think that counted as just like, you know, me and him missing. How did that count as a miss? Sure, Canadian Destroyer, why not? Jeez. I'm not going to win the match right now. I'll have a bit of fun with this match first. I think he might be dead. He might actually be dead. Oh, we reversed my finisher. That had me laughing, man. Just the way the animation continued. Have to do better than that if you want to beat me. I bet he's got resiliency. No? Okay. I got a trophy for that. I bet that's how I end up back in WWE. 19 upgrade points. Lost in stealing the show. Cat and mouse. Lost in translation. There's quite a few here that I didn't do. Okay. Yeah, I'll raise my grappling up by one stage. So look at social media. Wow. That Gabriel Slade is the winner of the Royal Rumble. Oh damn, Roman Reigns acknowledges me? Oh, what's this? Hey, any chance you're in a rematch for my documentary? No. Just noticed WWE liked the post about your tournament win. Maybe a sign? Who knows, but I'm not interested in going back. I have all the momentum in the world and I'm going to keep it going. Ah, I'm curious to see where this storyline goes. Tavish, Robin Ray, Justine. Oh, that's...
Congratulations! So how does it feel to be the hottest thing in pro wrestling since Paul Heyman's undershirt?
First, it's great running into you, Justine. Second, I'm going to need a minute while I erase that image from my brain.
Heyman's words, not mine. Said him on my podcast. Any chance you'd like to come onto the show? Talk about everything you've been through since you left WWE?
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of your podcast. Tavish and I listen whenever we can. I'm just not sure I'm ready to start telling my story.
Podcast to be a cool little cutscene.
Oh, come on. Your run in the Apex tournament was incredible. And that's exactly what my listeners want to hear about. What do you say? I'll go easy on you.
No time like the present, I guess. Let's do it.
Great. Let's set up a time ASAP.
Lost in translation. I get the feeling she's going to misconstrue some of my words then. But I think a podcast interview would be a cool cutscene. Oh, Chase, he was in, was it 2K22? 2K19?
Hey, heard you on Justine's podcast. Loud and clear. Talking in code again about a platter of stale ribs you threw in the trash.
I was hoping we get to hear the podcast or see it.
Clearly up to your old tricks.
I have to be totally honest. I have no idea who you are.
Name's Chase. Had a stint at the PC recently? Or you might even know me as Ribby. Ring any bells?
Oh, for sure. You're that mascot guy who almost made it to WWE. How'd that all play out?
Oh, don't play dumb with me. You know exactly how it played out. I never got a contract offer because you told Shawn Michaels to stay away from the ribs in catering, which was clearly code to avoid me.
Wow. Listen, I'd love to stay and clear this nonsense up, but Cole Quinn called into my podcast appearance to talk smack, and now I've got to go give him a receipt.
Oh, I know. I was listening. I liked the part when he said you haven't changed one bit since your mocap meltdown.
We'll see about that. Good luck, Chase. I hope you get to the bottom of whatever deranged conspiracy theories you were talking about.
Oh, I doubt that very much.
Was hoping to get to hear my character on the podcast. There's a cutscene, but apparently not. It is kind of weird how all the characters keep showing up from other games, but none of the characters you played as are showing up in any of the story modes. Like, it's weird that, like, they've all got the one set voice. You can't change the voice. So they could do what other games have done and just take your save data from previous games and import that. And if you didn't play the previous game, like my 2K23 character just didn't exist on my console, which it does. But if it didn't, they could just like have like a generic character in place of it. Like, that technology is old. They did that in Dragon Ball Xenoverse too. Like, since they're building this really like interwoven, connected world of my Rise universe, like, that carries over from game to game, it's weird that like my last year's character Thunderbolt Wheeler just hasn't got mentioned, is nowhere to be seen. I'm assuming he's somewhere on the WWE roster, but it would just be nice for him to show up. I'm going to assume Chase attacks me after the match or something. Oh, okay. Chase is coming down during the match then. Made the guy out to be completely useless. His distraction didn't even work. He got the jump on me and I still reversed him. My character seems like less of an asshole than his first WWE run. I think that's the point. I think he's meant to come across as a bit of an asshole in his first run. And then I think the story is that the indies kind of humble him a little bit. And then he ends up getting back to the WWE with a more positive attitude. That's my assumption. It's a good story. I'm getting the shit kicked out of me right now. Oh, damn. Count of 7? What are you doing, mate? Let me back in the ring. Carried on just beating the shit out of me with the referees up to the count of 8. Moron. I saw him twitch. I thought he was going to kick out, you know.
Thought you could just blow me off, huh? Not so fast.
It's not polite to show up without an invitation, Chase. Guess they don't teach that in deranged mascot school.
A good one. But I think it's about time you start taking me seriously.
You want serious? How about a match tonight? And if I win, you leave me the heck alone.
You sure you don't want to catch your breath first? I'm not interested in Cole Quinn's leftovers.
Nope. You'll actually be doing me a favor. 2 wins and 1 night.
It'd be so funny if I actually start the match with a finisher and pin him straight away. That's how I would make the storyline go.
WWE washout. Okay, tough guy. If you've got so much gas left in the tank, why don't we make it a no DQ match?
Even better.
attempt to put Chase's paranoia to bed. So winning is not it's not required for this, but I'm gonna. Dickhead. On a table, man. I want to set a table up at ringside and powerbomb him through from in the ring. Now that's indie. Yeah, no tables anywhere. Shame. Okay, I'm fairly sure I pressed X to wedge it. Let me wedge the chair, goddammit. He doesn't want to wedge the chair. Now he's wedging the chair. Oh, damn. Motherfucker reverse me. And he wanted to powerbomb him over the top rope to the outside. I reversed it again. Okay, now I can't reverse anything that he's going to do to me. Okay, now I can. Sucks to be you. I mean, it sucks to be me too. I'm literally on the ground still. Let's upgrade my character. I'll invest some more into submissions, you know. I don't want to do anything for Robin Ray because it's just that. You know, I'll just talk to Tavish.
I have another big opportunity for you to generate some buzz in a different part of the world.
I'm gonna have to start paying you commission.
What are you thinking? 25%, 30%, or maybe 20% plus a cut of all future royalties?
I was kidding.
Right. Me too. Anyway, I could get you on a show in Mexico teaming up with Hector Flores.
Oh, yeah.
WWE sending him to Lucha Magica for a special appearance, and the local promoters are looking for a hot commodity to team up with him.
I don't really cross paths with Hector much when I was in WWE, but I've heard he's a good guy. And if not, well, at least it'll be some good exposure. I'll do it.
All right. And the flight's on you, since, you know, I'm not getting paid for any of this.
Men's Latino Heat Vest. A hairy situation? Concerned about the name of that title? Oh, wait, is it going to be like a hair versus hair match? Does this lead into a hair versus hair match in this story?
Didn't know you were going to be here too.
Same. I had enough of you after the Apex tournament. Thought I could be look-free for a while.
Don't call me that.
Okay. Look.
Gentlemen, you're going to have to learn to get along better, since you'll be teaming together tonight.
What? I thought you said Hector Flores was my partner.
Hector is your partner. Both of yours.
Oh, no.
It's a trios match. You know,
It's my tags.
Lucha Libre tradition.
You gotta stop doing stuff like this, Tavish.
I knew you'd throw a tantrum and not want to do it, which is why I didn't tell you. So I'll stop doing this stuff when you learn how to get outside of your comfort zone.
Are you two done yet? I don't want to do this either, but I'm not over here crying about it with a weird old wrestler who follows me around everywhere I go.
Okay, I see your point about him, but it's too late to change the match. Just put your issues aside and work together. You don't have to be best mates or anything. Deal?
It will be good content for my socials, I guess. So, I'll do it.
Fine. But just this one match. That's it. Hey, Hector. I was happy to be teaming with you down here. Until I found out we were also teaming with Chosen.
It will be fine. I've known Chosen for a while. He can certainly rub people the wrong way, but he means well.
Maybe you're right. I'm willing to give this a shot if you are, I guess. But enough about Chosen. What have you been up to lately?
It's been an interesting time for me in WWE. I turned down the chance to join Los Lotharios, and they've been messing with me ever since.
Ha, faction trouble. I had my fair share of that in WWE too. You're better off on your own.
Yeah, in this case at least. Anyway, I'm happy to see you doing so well now. I had heard you were having a hard time after WWE. Someone said you got into a fight with Sami Zayn at a video game shoot?
Yeah, that happened. But it's all in my past, and like you said, things are going well now. So let's keep the positive momentum going and get the W tonight. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I get the feeling it's going to lead to this is going to lead to me versus Chosen in a mask versus hair match or something, which would be awkward if I'd created a bold wrestler. I'd wonder how they'd have written that into the story. I like how this arena is not always at the same time of day as well. Like, that's like a small difference like a small choice that makes a lot of difference. Last time I was here, it was like evening. Now it's sort of afternoon, getting towards the evening. How's this guy again? El Ordinary. I can never remember his name. El Ordinario, is it? Wannabe El Generico. There we go. That's what I'll call him. It's got like the same level of body hair as El Generico as well. Similar body type too. They really just took like a lot of cues from El Generico when making this character, didn't they? It's also got like a very similar beard to Sami Zayn. The mask isn't 100% different to El Generico's as well. They really did just make like a knockoff El Generico with this character, didn't they? Yeah. Oh, that cold Quinn. Yeah, let's skip this entrance at this point. Win the trios match with Hector Flores and Chosen. Tagging Cole Quinn because I can do that pop-up dropkick too. It'd be funny if they just kept tagging each other in and just kept doing that move to them. Oh, I like that submission. Robbed. It's mine now. Why did my grabs like go through him twice? Damn, cut her out of nowhere. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Chosen and Loki Magic doing a tag team move after how much they've talked shit about each other. Always brings a tear to your eye. This is what I mean, man. 6-man tags are terrible. I hate the fact that I have to knock the tag partners. Oh, did I have to win his Loki Magic? There was no celebration, but there's a loading screen. Never specified that I had to win as one character specifically. Oh, okay. I thought I'd failed it then because I won as Hector Flores. Okay. Oh, we're getting jumped. That lost Lotharios. Looks like Angel Garza under there. Yep. Hey, Alex Gaming, how are you? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. Oh, hang on. If Legado del Lotharios put their hair on the line, let's make it mask versus hair. Now, let's read this conversation again.
I'm sorry for getting you too involved in all this. That attack was my fault.
You didn't know that was going to happen. And now, this is our fight too. We need to get revenge.
But putting Chosen's mask on the line is taking things too far. I'm not a masked luchador, but I understand how important it is. Losing your mask can destroy your career. It can tear you apart both professionally and personally. So I've made the decision to call off the match.
If this is our only chance at revenge, then I'm willing to take the risk. We are doing that much.
What about your image? Your social media following? Your plan to be the best in the world? You could lose everything while we have nothing at stake.
It's what you would do, right?
I don't know.
Before you went to WWE, the answer would have been yes. I actually looked up to you back then.
You? Looked up to me?
Oh yeah, you're like
Yes.
10 foot taller than him.
You are so confident in everything you did. But then you failed in WWE. And not because management held you back. You held yourself back because you lost that belief that you could succeed in any situation. You made excuses and blamed everyone instead of just doing the work. But I'm not going to make the same mistake.
I see. That's a lot to digest there.
Are you sure about this, Chosen? What if we lose?
I can overcome any setback. That's actually another lesson he taught me. I mean, look at how terrible things got for him. Yet, here he is. I mean, he threw everything away. Like, it got really, really bad. He was a plumber at the airport.
Okay, I think we get the point, but how about we just don't lose?
That works for me.
All right. Let's do this.
If it's mask versus hair, then if they lose their hair, but don't see them going through the rest of this with no hair, so I'm assuming Chosen's going to lose his mask. It means 2K would have had to have built hairless models of Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and all that. So,
were you surprised that he looked up to you at one point?
Yeah, I was. I just thought he didn't look up to anyone. But it meant a lot hearing that, and why he thought my WWE run didn't work out. I'm not sure if I agree with everything he said, but it was interesting to get that perspective.
This mask versus hair thing is a huge deal in Mexico. It's actually called a lucha de apuesta, which means match with wager.
Someone finally did their research. Like you said, it's a tradition that goes back a long way in Mexico, so I take it very seriously. I might have had my differences with Chosen, but he's putting so much on the line by agreeing to this. So, I'm going to do everything I can to not only get payback against Legado de Lotharios, but also protect his mask and legacy. We owe him that.
I feel like I have to lose this because they've not made hairless models of all the members of Legado del Fantasma. It makes more sense that they've made a maskless version of their created character Chosen. Unless we do win and they like beat us up after the match and then take off Chosen's mask that way. Oh, we'll see in a minute. Oh, defeat them. Okay. Oh, my character doesn't have to lose his hair. Nah, his hair's not on the line anyway. It's out of my team, it's literally just Chosen's mask that's on the line. Out of their team, it's their hair. I don't think I want to see Angel Garza without hair. He's got great hair. This is like tornado tag and not tagging in and out. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to reverse that. Can't see what's happening anywhere else in the match. Don't know whether I should be worried about the slams I'm hearing or not. Yes, I should. Okay, as long as I've got the ring to myself, I should be okay. Oh, come on now. Could do with Hector Flores coming in the ring right now. Coming in the ring like now-ish. That'd be nice. Chosen? Anyone? Alright, come on. That's his finisher. Try to keep them out of the ring. Yeah. They're not going to have them shave their hair, though. I'd be surprised if we had a hairless, you know, Santos Escobar, Humberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza. Oh, okay. Do we? Oh my God. Jeez, not the ending I thought that it was going to have. Tavish, and it's just the Robin Ray storyline with the baggage handler. Let's talk to Tavish.
Have you heard what Noam Dar's been up to lately?
I've been a bit busy winning matches all over the world, so no. I haven't had time to keep up with Noam Dar or NXT UK at all.
Well, you're in luck, because I have been watching, and I'm really good at concise, informative recaps. Noam Dar is now both the NXT UK champion and holder of the Heritage Cup, which, reminder, is defended under British rules. Recently, he issued an open challenge for anyone to face him for both of his championships.
Not bad on the recap, but could have gotten to the point quicker. That open challenge is intriguing.
If you're interested, I can put some feelers out with NXT UK.
I am interested in answering the open challenge, but don't bother reaching out to NXT UK. I have a different plan. WWE likely won't play ball with me after how things ended. So what if I showed up unannounced?
Are we doing an invasion?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay. What happens if you win?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I'll play it by ear.
So that's going to be the end of it for me tonight. We've apparently making our way to NXT UK next time. So we'll see where the storyline goes from there. So to everyone who's watched this either live or on the VOD after the fact, I really do appreciate the view. As a small-time Twitch streamer and YouTuber, any and all support is greatly appreciated. But if you could hit the follow button on Twitch and subscribe to me on YouTube as well, that'd be even more appreciated. As a small-time Twitch streamer, any and all support is greatly appreciated. And also, you'll be notified whenever I go live in the future. I also make pre-recorded original content when the inspiration strikes as well. So subscribe to me on YouTube to see all of that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.